Greetings, killers, survivors and alike. I am, well, I'm not even gonna say I can't be bothered. There is something I would like to talk about. Now, I want you all to know I am still relatively new to Dying Light. Not Dying Light, Dead by Daylight. I'm still relatively new to the game. I've only got 3 Prestige 1 characters, and that's Nia for Survivor, Deathslinger, and Knight. And obviously this is some light gameplay. So I want you all to know I am still relatively new to Dying Light. So if anyone makes mistakes in this game, please go easy. But anyways, I want to get into my main addressing. Well, I want to address the main concerns I have with this game. And that is the fucking monetization system. It is absurd. Like, I don't think I have seen a game that requires so much grinding. And I know there are games that do make it grind a lot, like let's say GTA 5. What's another good game I can think of? Well, let's just say GTA 5 for now. Yes, GTA, especially online, you do need to grind a lot to get some, really good stuff, like an arcade, submarine. You need to grind to get these kind of things. But at least when it comes to those games, it's not like you need other shit to get it. Like, if you want the submarine, you don't need to get a nightclub or a CEO. Yeah, you kind of have to at least somewhat get them. But it's not like it's like a mandatory thing for you to get. While Dead by Daylight, if you want like a perk that is killer exclusive, so let's say Pursuer from Nemesis, well, you've got 2 ways. You can either A, buy money, use your money to buy the character, or you can wait for him to, or you can wait for the perk to show up in the Shrine of Secrets, which refreshes every week, and it's only 2 perks, meaning you can possibly wait a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe a fucking year, just for that one perk to come up. And let's say you do go with the money system, right? Like let's say you do pay for the character. Well, you still need to fucking play the game to get blood points to level up the character to Prestige 1, just so you can even access the perk for your other characters. And then you gotta go to the character you wanted it for, so in my case a knight. Then you have to fucking level up that character, so for me level up the knight, to level up the perk to level 3. Then I have the perk in its greatest state. To me, this system feels so, like, it's so tedious and it's so grindy. For my opinion, no reason. Like, Dead by Daylight should not. And again, I'm still new. And if you're just gonna look at me, and if you're just gonna overlook my things and just say, oh, you're a new player, then I completely understand it. Because if you're someone that's played this game for a long amount of time, chances are you have every perk, or at least you have somewhat nearly every single killer in the game and survivor. So I can get the whole thing of like, oh yeah, this isn't really that much of an issue. But again, I'm a new player, and for me, this feels way too. It just feels way too bad. Like, let me take like a free killer. So let's say I want a perk that Nurse has. Let's say Nurse is Calling. Well, I've still got to play the game to get the perk. And let's say, okay, well, what if I wanted a killer that was, I can unlock by playing the game? So let's say Oni, for example. Well, I've got to play about, what, like 90 hours or something off the game to get Oni. And then again, if I wanted the perk he has for another killer, I've still got to level him up in the Blood Web to prestige 1 just to unlock the perk for everyone else, and then I can go to the killer I wanted it for and level him up in the Blood Web again. It's so overtuned for no reason. And then not to mention, in my opinion, killers and survivors should not cost the same amount as Auric cells, and this is why. Survivors, what, like if you play survivors and you only play survivors, tell me this. Do you really feel like when you purchase a new survivor, you purchase a new survivor? Or do you feel like you're just purchasing a new skin? Because to me, that's how I view the survivors. I don't see them as I don't view them as like a whole new character. I just go like, oh, it's a new skin. Because all survivors bring is just a new perk and a new look. It's really all they kind of bring, to be fair. And then you look at killers that bring a whole new weapon, whole new animations, whole new perks, and a whole new ability. That's 4 different things that the killer brings, compared to survivors that only bring like 1. So for me, it just feels like, why should these cost the same amount? And then it gets worse when you remember that the game has cosmetic items. Now I'm not against this because technically every game has cosmetic items by this point. But Dead by Daylight for me feels like one of the more bigger offenders for this kind of thing, right? Simply because of the fact that's like the like super prestige skins cost like what, 21,000 iridescent shards, meaning that's like you gotta play like what, if I said you had to play like 90 hours to get like 1 killer, then let's say you have to play like 160 hours to unlock fucking this skin. Like you're nearly putting in like 200 hours for 1 skin. And then if you pay for it, it's like what, 15-20 pounds? Like again, and killers also can't get away from this, because at least survivors, when you purchase the skin, you can see the skin in its entirety. So this feels like it has like the Apex Legends problem for the killers, where like you can only see like your hands and your weapon. So it just feels like this whole, so again, it's like, what's really the point of me buying the skin when all I'm going to see is my sword and like my hands? And I was like, oh well, you do see the skin when you load in and when you leave and when you do Moris, which is again also like an Apex Legends things of like, oh, you do see your skin, you see when you load in and you drop ship and you do finishers, you still see the skin. It's like, yeah, I only see it then, but chances are I'm thinking about other things to not pay attention to the skin I'm using. I'm thinking about other things. So the system just feels way, so again, the system feels excessive, it just feels way too grindy. And for me, I just think this whole system just needs a rework. So as a new player, what would I say would just be the best option? Well, I'm a new player, so I don't really know what would be the best outcome to fix this kind of issue. But I think just making the Shrine of Secrets maybe have like every perk or something, or at least just upping like how many perks can be on the Shrine of Secrets per week would definitely help with that. Because if you're like a new player that's like in love with the game and is willing to play it for a long time, but they don't want to spend money, then I feel like just making it so like they can at least get the perks they want quicker without needing to do all the excessive grinding stuff would severely help. Like, so much. Like, it would help so much. Especially for me, because just seeing like all like the different builds you can do on so many characters, yeah, because of the fact that if I want to do it, I have to basically suck off behavior dev just to get it up. It just feels way too shit, I think. Another thing I'd say was to just make blood web, like make the blood points give more. Like, I know that's something like everyone's been asking, so, but I just feel like it would like it would just help with, because at least then it's like if you do run the game with the iridescent shards and there is a perk you do want, it does make it a bit more easier. Because like even having like 1,000,000 blood points doesn't even like come close. I think you get like what, level 40 or something, which is, yeah, it's still a lot. But it's just like, but it's just so like, because I think you need like 1.5 mil like on average to like get 1 prestige. So, and keep in mind, this is, you've got to basically stick to that one character. So for me, when I was doing like Deathslinger, because I already had the knight up, I was like just going back and forth between leveling up my knight a bit and leveling up my Deathslinger, and it's so incredibly shit because it's like I don't fully get to utilize all of the blood points because I run out way too quickly. And I actually think that kind of does it, because like I said, I don't know what is the best way to fix this system as a new player. Like, I don't know what's the best way to fix this kind of issue. But I do want this to get like fixed or resolved, or just making it easier for new players. Because again, I am a new player, and for me it's like I don't love this game as much as other people do. But it's like I still want to play the game and try all these different things, but due to how the system works, it just makes it so incredibly tedious and just boring in a way. But I think that does it. So if you have enjoyed this, please like, sub, you know, all that usual bullshit crap everyone asks you to do. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the morning or whenever I wake up. See ya.